All right, so I took like 15 minutes and just took Indy through just a little relaxing exercises, some things that we use in our online coaching program to help get these horses relaxed in all settings. So we just took 15 minutes, did a little check-in, got her disconnected from worrying about her buddy, right? Got her more connected to me, like we're building some connection here is just really all that we've done. Quieted her mind, got her autonomic system way down, so she's way more relaxed. So right now I want her to feel like she's sitting at the restaurant, right? Like we're out to dinner and we're just relaxed and having such a good time. And it's just calm and quiet and there's no stress, right? They haven't sang happy birthday to us yet or asked us to stand up on a chair and tell everybody about ourselves. So this is what we feel like, right? This is where we're nice and calm and quiet. So you guys, us as horse owners, we can do this with our horses before the farrier gets there. Or let's go over a little earlier, get to wherever we're meeting the farrier. Maybe we spend a half hour or whatever it takes, just working these tools to get our horse calm and quiet so that we can have this type of a horse to work with instead of right out of the pen, walking them away, getting them over here, and they're all stressed and anxious. So I'm going to go a little slower this time and just work with her. I'm not really trying to trim her feet or do anything. I'm just going to go through the motions of it. And so, but I just want to ask her, so instead of me picking up her feet, like me grabbing and pulling, I'm going to give her a specific cue, and I want her to hand me her foot, or I want her to lift it up on my cue. That's an entirely different feeling for your horse than when you rub your hand down, and if they're picking that leg up out of fear, they're like, ooh, what's touching me? That's your horse saying, I got stress and worry inside, and then we're going to have to deal with that all through the trimming. So I'm going to just gently work with her and ask her to hand me her foot rather than me just go down and take it. So get my lead rope set up here, got my file. So I'm just going to rub my hand down her leg all the way to the ground, and I just want to make sure that she's not lifting that foot out of anxiety, because that's what was happening earlier. As soon as I touch her leg, she was pulling it up. So I've worked with her, we took that time and I just really relaxed her legs, got her used to the touch. And so now I'm going to give her a specific cue and just ask for her to hand me this foot. Beautiful. Now I'm going to be nice and soft, right? And just kind of come in here, be relaxed because she's relaxed. Let me get this foot in here. All right, that was really quite nice. I just did a little bit of filing. Now I'm just going to set that down. And what I'm not going to do is just head right to the next leg. Let me come out, hang out with her right here, like, let's take it down. Let's go back and relax. So I just want to have a little experience and then just get her to relax, get her back to calm and quiet, and then I'm going to go pick up this other foot. Easy, girl. There we go. I want to come in and just hang out right here at the hip and let her be okay with me standing here at the hip. She's already moving, so she's a little nervous me just being here. So we're going to slow this down. And then again, I want to rub this foot all the way to the ground. So I'm just going to wait for her to stop because that's just her being anxious about me being back here. Good, there she stopped. Let's take it nice and quiet. Good girl. All right, I'm just going to ask her. I want her to hand me this leg. So I'm just going to ask. Here we go. Good girl. Nice, thank you. Oh, oh, oh. So she's kind of pulling. I'm just going to relax. I want to just let this foot relax all the way to the ground. Good. And then can I pick it back up? Start kind of touching her here. So I'm just going slow. Like I want to go at her pace. So this is good training, right? You guys can do this at home. This is just basic horsemanship, basic handling of your horse, getting them to where they're okay with these kind of things. Good. All right, here we go. Got her foot. We got a ATV coming around. Nice. All right, feels like everything's still okay. Wow. Did you see it? Hey, I like how calm she is about that. Like, that just happened. We're okay still. All right, I'm gonna get underneath here. Oh, no, she's still pulling, so we're gonna go back to relaxing. Oh, good girl. Yeah, so just that ATV pulling up right there definitely caused, some anxiety, some stress. For me too. Like, I heard it coming. I was like, uh-oh, where's that thing coming from? What's going to happen when it comes around the corner? I thought I'll score her a solid 9.5 on calmness. Like, she did fantastic. Now, had she had that ATV come by while she was over tied to the trailer, still upregulated, stressed, and worried, that would have sent her even higher. Right? So getting this calm and quiet, we were at a much lower threshold, so she was able to handle that added pressure because we came down. If we'd have stayed up high and then the ATV comes by, boom, we go up to a problem. So, love how that went. All right, I'm gonna just see if I can just kind of squeeze underneath here. There we go. Yeah, lead rope management, it's a thing. I'll get that where I want it here. I like it up here where if something happens, like I can pull, which will bump her nose to this side, which will make her hip go that way, should something happen. So I love to be in communication, having that ready. Okay, good girl. Good girl. Set that back down. Come up here with her. Let's just hang out, relax, reset. Let her just lick and chew. Hang out right here nice and quiet. So, the problem with your horse at the farrier or with the vet, even with you, it isn't about the farrier or the vet. It is about you, because you own the horse, right? Having the tools, having the connection that you can tune in, connect, relax with your horse, and just ask them to hang out and just be calm and quiet. Like, yeah, let's just do this, right? So practicing to have our horses be calm under pressure, then when the pressure hits, we can both perform the same way that we've practiced. So I love that ATV coming by. Like, I kind of wished I'd have set that up on purpose, but that was just random, and that just happened. So that was a great example of her being able to handle some added stress. Because had she come by when she was tied up over here, would have had something happen. So taking a few minutes, just getting your horse calm and relaxed, makes a huge difference. So, I could practice doing this with my horse, then when the farrier does show up, right, she's all kind of dialed in and relaxed and has already had her everything touched and loosened up and just kind of worked. She can be much calmer, much better about it. So, one thing I do have to say, and I'll leave this on here, a lot of times we have to use sedatives to drug the horse. It's not because the horse doesn't like being shod, it's because they're stressed and anxious. But what I just want to caution you and tell you to not ever, ever, never, ever, never let somebody put a twitch on your horse's nose. If your farrier offers to do that, fire him immediately and tell him to call me. Or I'll fire him. You call me and I'll fire him. No. We're going way beyond any type of horsemanship at that point. We need to get the horse calm and quiet, and we won't need the twitch, and we won't need the drugs. I don't mind using a sedative. You got a dangerous horse to get done, but man, let's look at a long-term solution. Let's get this going on. Let's get your horse relaxed. So, awesome. That's what we got for you today for our trainer's teaching time, or whatever we're going to call this. I don't know. All right.